Learning English didn't happen overnight for me. It wasn't one magical method or a super fancy course. It was these small, intentional habits I picked up. Habits that might seem simple, but they made all the differences. So, today I'm going to share with you 5 small habits that helped me become fluent and, more importantly, activate my vocabulary. These are really small habits that can fit into anyone's schedule. Write your shopping list in English. It's powerful. Writing your shopping list in English forces your brain to dig into that vocabulary bank you don't always use. For example, instead of just saying bread, you might realize, oh wait, do I know the word for baguette or sourdough in English? You start paying attention to details. Once I was writing my list and realized I didn't know the English word for cumin. I googled it, and now every time I see cumin in a recipe or on a spice jar in my kitchen, it sticks with me because I learned it through necessity. And here is the thing, it's not just about remembering words, it's about training your brain to use English for daily tasks. So, next time you're planning a grocery run, teach your native language and write your list in English. You'll be surprised how much vocabulary you activate just by doing this. Write your to do list in English. Every morning, I write my to do list in English. Not only does it help me stay organized, but it also sneaks in a little bit of language practice. Imagine writing clean the sink or mop the floors, and suddenly you're wondering what's the difference between scrub and why, for example. Is it vacuum the carpet or hoover the carpet? Small questions like this pop up and they push you to learn. One time I wrote organize the wardrobe, but then I thought, wait, is it wardrobe or closet? Turns out British English says wardrobes and American English prefers closet. Correct me if I'm wrong. So there you go. Instant lesson just from planning your chores. My to do list sometimes looks like this: clean that window I haven't touched in 6 months, or wash the pile of dishes taller than me. No, I'm just kidding. Start your day with something in English. This habit is probably my favorite. Starting your day with English sets the tone. For me, it's either positive affirmations or a short meditation video in English. Something like, I'm learning every day, my efforts will pay off. Hearing these words in English not only boosts your mood but also makes the language feel personal. But if meditation isn't your thing, no problem. Try energizing music or just music, a quick motivational podcast, or even a weather report. It doesn't matter what it is as long as it's in English. Once I started my day with a weather report, they said it's going to be cloudy with a chance of drizzle. And I was like, drizzle? I looked it up and learned a new word for light rain. Now, every time it drizzles, I feel oddly proud of knowing that word. The idea here is simple. When English is the first thing you engage with in the morning, it primes your brain to stay connected to the language throughout the day. Surround yourself with English. This one is fun and surprisingly effective. Set your phone and other devices to English. It might feel weird at first, but you'll get used to it, and along the way, you'll pick up so many words and phrases. Now, let's talk about labeling things, especially in your kitchen. I labeled my kitchen jars For example, sugar, flour, cinnamon, and even my fridge shelves. At first, it felt silly, but let me tell you, after a week, I didn't even need to think about those words anymore. They just stuck. And it's not just about labeling. Surrounding yourself with English means creating an environment where the language feels natural. Maybe you put a sticky notes on your mirror or something, or change your Netflix subtitle to English. It's about building a world where English is always present. Tiny speaking habits that fit your day. This one's a must. If you want to activate your vocabulary, you don't need an audience. Just yourself. Try these tiny speaking habits and see which one works for you. Talk to the mirror. Pretend you're giving a speech or explaining your plans for the day. Practicing speaking in front of a mirror might feel awkward at first, but it generally boosts your confidence in public speaking. I've been thinking about making videos on public speaking because, it's such an important skill, whether you're giving a presentation, speaking in a meeting, or just expressing yourself and your thoughts. I'd love to share tips and strategies that have helped me, but I'm not sure if it's something you'd find interesting. So, if you'd like to see videos on public speaking, let me know in the comment section. Your feedback means a lot and helps me create content that's truly valuable for you. Describe things in English. Look around you and describe what you see. For example, I have a bookshelf in the background. It's black and white, and it's filled with colorful books that add a lovely touch to the room. You can try describing something similar in your surroundings. Focus on the colors, shapes, and even how it makes you feel. This practice helps improve your vocabulary and fluency. Join my Telegram group and channel. I recently started both, and while there is not much there yet, I have big plans. The Telegram group is a place for English learners to connect, find speaking partners, and practice together through voices and chats. Let's make it a supportive space for everyone to improve their English. As for my Telegram channel, think of it as my version of Instagram, just more useful. I'll be sharing free PDFs, audio files, study tips, language learning hacks, and even a few personal moments here and there. It's not just about English, it's about planning, studying, and growing together. If this sounds like your kind of thing, the links are below and on my homepage. And yes, it's completely free. Here's the beauty of these habits. They're tiny and you don't need to dedicate an hour or even 30 minutes. 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there is enough. And over time, these small efforts snowball into big results. Learning English or any other languages isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. These 5 small habits might seem insignificant on their own, but when you practice them daily, they add up to something amazing. So, here's my challenge to you. Start with just one habit. Maybe it's writing your shopping list in English or setting your phone to English. Stick with it for a week and see how you feel. And remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. You've got this. If any of these habits resonate with you, let me know in the comments. Or if you've got a habit that works for you, I'd love to hear about it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.